Hey everyone, I wanted to talk about Andy Timmons today, in particular his musical phrasing. What does that mean? And there's some confusion between some players about what that is, so I wanted to talk about that. So today we're going to break down the intro to Electric Gypsy and what makes that such a unique intro. Let's get started. So one of the things we're going to do when talking about musical phrasing is comparing it to something we're familiar with. So we all speak a language. I speak English. So every language is constructed in a certain way and consisting of many different parts and inflections and things like that, articulations. So music is no different. Comparing it to a language, music is very similar. We have a musical sentence, we have cadences and inflections and articulations. So these are the things that we want to pay attention to whenever we're talking about musical phrasing. All right, so let's look at this intro. So on the intro, we have a couple of things. The first thing that I think really makes a big difference is like the droning open strings, right? That's part of a musical phrase, I would say. It adds to the character of the piece of music. Right, even just that right there, he's going between D to A. So he's using the open D string. And then when he goes to the A chord, he uses the open A. Right, so there are some things that, are just good common practice, like he's playing the third of each of those chords. Like for the D chord, he's playing the F sharp on the G string. Right, just outlining the chord. And then also when he goes to the A chord, the third on the D string. Another thing that works really well is just his vocal-like melody, right? It's very simple, stepwise. This is not a very complicated melody, but it's very effective in what it does. Lots of, sliding and grace notes and things like that. Some of these articulations, and even the use of vibrato, right, getting that snap on that string. Right, so moving on, he does a lot of cool percussive things in here as well. So this, like that kind of thing, just gives a little bit of emphasis to the phrasing. So most of the time when people think something sounds very tight, or you get kind of that stank face, usually what I've noticed is more oftentimes than not, it really has to do with rhythm, right? So somebody having a very good, tight rhythm in their playing is everything. So I would argue that's, the most important part about this. Even though it's very simple, there's some pickup notes and just everything is just so tightly done, right? In particular, these tight rhythms, like on these double stops, right? So that's an idea that he's going to use again and again. It's kind of his motif. Later on, he kind of expands on it, right? Just kind of making the phrase a little bit more busy. So, right, leaving space, leaving less space, right? Complexity, simplicity, those kind of things. The other thing he does really well is building off of phrases that he's done before. So, for example, there's this percussive part. Right, the first part. The second time, he will add some more percussive elements. Right, those scratches. Okay, so that kind of just adds, a little bit of development to the conversation. It's also important to understand what are embellishments and where does the musical phrase actually start. So even at the very beginning, I would even argue that that first D note on the G string is it is kind of part of the phrase, but really, if you look at other sections of this intro, he's playing something different. So where's the cohesiveness between everything? It's really when he's sliding up to that F sharp. Right? That's really where the phrase starts. right? Because later on he'll do like, right? So later on, you know, those are the only things that kind of share some similarities. There's also a section where he kind of completely abandons the melody altogether. He just does a little fill, which, you know, is part of the musical phrase as well. It's just he's abandoning the melody. So something that Andy does with his musical phrasing in this intro a lot is his use of anticipations. So what he's doing with that is, it sounds like what it is. You're anticipating something. So normally in a lot of music, the chords fall on downbeats. Well, what he's doing here is a lot of his chords are on the and of 4, so they happen just before the downbeat of the next measure. Right, so for example, that's on the and of 4. Right there. So that kind of, it propels the momentum a little bit more than just if it were to fall right on the downbeat. Right, just pushes it, just gives it a little bit more energy. So these are just some of the elements of the intro to this song. The next section is phenomenal as well. It has all the tap harmonics going on. So when you're learning a song, try to really break it down, look at the harmony, look at the melody and how the notes relate to the chords. Are they chord tones? Are they not chord tones? You know, and just try to like gain a full appreciation of the song. And really, it does help you perform the song. All right, thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful. Please like and subscribe, and see you next time.